There's nothing more exciting than the anticipation of a parent for their firstborn child. You anticipate it, you wait for it, you plan for it, you paint a room, you have dreams, you have aspirations. If it's a boy, you want him to be a baseball star, a football star. If you're a pastor like me, you want him to be a preacher. You have all these aspirations, and there's nothing heart-wrenching than when reality sets in and the doctor says something or the midwife says something's wrong, or you recognize something is wrong. That's where we began 14 years ago with Isaiah John Tello. My name is Howard Tello, and this is my wife Hannah Tello.
We actually experienced kind of like the same emotions that you would at a death. So we went through the stages of denial and grieving and finally acceptance, but it wasn't until he was about 2.5 or 3 years old that we finally actually accepted the fact that there was a problem. When we took him to his neurologist, the first neurologist that he saw, he said he was just about a month behind and he would catch up no problem. But by the time, and that was when he was like 6 months old, by the time he was 3, then we realized there was no catching up at this point. He was so far behind. We had to find a solution.
We went to over 30 specialists. We still didn't have any answers. We had no hope. We had no purpose. And that's until someone shared with us the information about the Institutes for the Achievement of Human Potential. It was there at this institute that specializes with children like our son Isaiah that we began to get answers. In particular, we got the answers that had to do with a diagnosis, a medical diagnosis that was workable, that was functional, and that provided us something that every family like us needs: hope. And that diagnosis was a bilateral diffuse midbrain injury, which essentially means that he had his brain injury affected global areas of his life.
There's 3 main aspects to the program: intellectual, physiological, and physical. So we started off with him doing creeping and crawling on the floor a lot. And we also started off doing reading cards with him, teaching him to read. And he's like 2.5, 3 years old when we do this. And he's never spoken any words. And about 2 months in to doing the reading program with him, I remember it was in the morning, we were getting ready to go to church, and he was just learning how to stand by himself, and he was standing at the couch, and all of a sudden he started saying, "Mama, mama, mama, mama," and oh my goodness, I just started crying. Imagine three years and not hearing any words from your child.
For so many years, Isaiah did not look at us. He did not look at us because he had problems with his vision. We didn't know he had problems with his vision. And so as the years went by, there's nothing more heartbreaking than a father wanting to have some type of interaction with their son, but the son not having an interaction with the parents. And I remember the day where the day finally came where Isaiah looked at us and he stared at us. And I remember when he started to communicate with us and he started to share with us, "Please don't stop the program." We wanted to stop. It was hard, it's difficult, it's challenging, it's financially struggling. But the reality is, when you look at Isaiah in the eyes and he says to you through communication board, "Don't stop the program," we couldn't stop.
And so it's been exciting through the years. We finally just started an intensive treatment program with him just about a year and a half ago. And the incredible gains that he has made has just blown people out of the water. And just a couple weeks ago, he's 14 right now. He took his first trigonometry test and aced it. So intellectually, he is above and beyond. He's beginning to run. And so we're excited to just see him get together. You know, his global developmental delays are starting to disappear and he's starting to come alive.
We began to realize that life literally started to change. Hope became a reality for us. We began to dream again of Isaiah being a baseball player, a preacher, things like that. And there's nothing more significant for a family who has a brain injured child than to have hope that there's something beyond the physical realities of a disability. So the first purpose of this video is to provide awareness for families like us, families that are struggling, families that are having difficulties with their brain injured children, don't know what to do. And we have found an outlet, we have found a system that can help those families. The second purpose is a financial need. Every single 6 months, we return to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for another evaluation for Isaiah under the intensive treatment program. It's very costly. Our insurance doesn't cover it, and anything that you can provide, anything that you can do to help would be greatly appreciated.